Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another Ultimate Review by Purecast9. In this episode, I'm going to give you my review, my thoughts, the setup process and everything in between that you need to know about the newly launched Amkette Evo Fox Gamebox. So this tiny little console here turns your regular TV into a gaming TV in an instant. Now, personally, I'm not much of a gamer myself. I don't have time for it, nor does it really intrigue me. But I find that I fall into the category of gamers or individuals who would not want to spend a fortune on, say, a gaming console like maybe a PS4 or a PS5. But at the same time, we would want to, game on our TV and also get more out of it. So for someone who falls in that category, or for someone who is just starting out into this world of gaming on your TV and who obviously has a limited budget, for someone like that, the Amkette Evo Fox Gamebox I think is the perfect start. Now the Evo Fox Gamebox bundle includes the Elite Pro controller and this remote, and both of these are optimized for the Gamebox. Now the setup process of the Gamebox is really simple. You simply connect the provided HDMI cable to the Gamebox and to your TV, plug in the Elite Pro controller's receiver and the remote controller's receiver to the Gamebox, plug in the power adapter, and you're good to go. Now, I would suggest that you have a Wi-Fi connection in the room you're setting this up in, because if you have that connection, you can take full advantage of the Gamebox, because then you can get your timely updates for the Gamebox. You can download apps and games and even update games or buy packages inside your games. So it basically takes full advantage of that. Now, if you don't have a dedicated Wi-Fi in the room you're setting this up in, that's not a problem. You can even use your phone's hotspot and it'll just work fine. Now the Gamebox comes preloaded with a number of games right from the start. So you have games like Asphalt 8, Bomb Squad, Badlands, just to name a few. And you also have access to the Android TV Play Store from where you can download more games and apps. Now, in the rare event that you don't find a particular game on the Android TV Play Store, because the number of games and apps available on the Android TV Play Store are far less compared to your regular Play Store for mobile. So for any app or game that you don't find there, you also have access to the Aptoide TVs from where you can download games and apps. Now the remote that comes with the bundle is super useful because it has an inbuilt microphone and it's got Google Assistant baked right in. So once you do the initial setup, which is basically you logging into your Google account, once that is set, you can just press this button and you can tell it to install a game, search for a video, play a song, install an app. You can even ask for the news, some jokes, the weather. It's endless. It's basically whatever you would ask your Google Assistant on your phone to do, you can do the same using this remote. Now the remote also functions as an air mouse, which you can turn on and off using this button. And what basically happens is that when you move your hand, the cursor on the screen moves absolutely seamlessly without any lag. So this is great when you want to maneuver through the menus, and there are certain games like Red Ball 4 which you can even play using this remote because the experience is so lag-free and seamless. Now another unique thing about the Gamebox is that it's got a huge library of pre-installed retro games. So games like Mario Kart, Super Mario, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, name any retro game that you grew up playing that brings so much of nostalgia, all of that is already pre-installed inside the Gamebox. Now if you want to play any extra game, you can obviously search for the ROM and download an emulator for the same, and you can install it on the Gamebox and play it. And all these games which are pre-installed are also optimized with the Elite Pro controller. Now the Elite Pro controller, which comes with this bundle, is built very rugged. It packs a 400 mAh battery, which is good for 8 hours of continuous gaming. And with just the press of this button at the center, you can instantly pair it with your Gamebox and you're good to go. Now, the Elite Pro controller is supported on Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, and it also has support for X input modes and D input mode, which works especially well on Android TVs and even the PS3. Now, playing racing games like Asphalt 8 using the Elite Pro controller is really good, and it's so seamless and the whole experience is very enjoyable, no doubt. Now, the Gamebox doesn't just need to be a gaming console. For someone who is a bit of work and play, so when it comes to work, you can use the Android TV Play Store or the Aptoide TV Store to download your social networking apps like Facebook or Twitter. You can even download communication apps like Google Meet, Google Duo, Zoom. And for video calls, the only additional hardware you require is a webcam. And for voice calls, all you need is the inbuilt microphone of the remote which comes in the bundle. So for that, you don't need any additional hardware. So it's really good. It's a great balance of work and play. And for something that offers so much in such a tiny package, the Gamebox is really a very good investment for someone who doesn't want to spend a fortune, but wants a great balance between some very good 4K gameplay with also other utilities like these social networking and communication apps. And I think it's a great starting point, like I said, for someone who's just getting into the realm of gaming on your TV. So it's really good. And for less than 10,000 bucks, this is definitely a package I would recommend that you guys check out. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check out the product and learn more about it. But all in all, let me just say that personally, like I said, I'm not much of a gamer, but if I had to invest at the start and something that comes preloaded with so many functionalities and games and retro games, and the whole package includes the Elite Pro controller and the remote, all in all, I would say that this is a very good investment for someone who's starting off, and I definitely recommend it. So guys, that is my review of the Amkette Evo Fox Gamebox. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.